Now, on the bottom of the deck, we have here the Ace of Water. Ace of Water is about falling in love. Could be the resurgence of a relationship if you've already been in it, kind of getting that fresh start. Sometimes the holidays can bring people closer. Sometimes it can alienate them or create a rift. This can indicate spiritual growth, enhanced intuition, or a new home. With Ace of Water, one thing that does come to mind a lot is that we need to fill up our own cup first before we have anything left over to give to other people. So when we're trying to walk that balance between self-care and care for others, that's one thing to note. We tend to become exhausted or burned out or get compassion fatigue or caregiver burnout, however you want to word that, if we're always worried about what other people are doing. So the Ace of Water can really be about that rise in, I'm going to do the rise in the understanding of I'm going to do the right thing as far as other people are concerned, the people most important to me, that is, if I do the right thing for myself. Because it's just true. I mean, if we have more energy to give to other people that way, I think about the metaphor of a healthy tree. A tree can be branches for squirrels and birds to nest in, and it can produce nuts or fruits, berries, what have you, but it's got to be planted firmly in healthy soil. So as long as we bear that in mind and we're taking care of ourselves, we already know that the people that we care about the most are going to be even better off if we're healthy enough to take care of them and their needs. So that card is on the bottom of your deck. I should just point out briefly, I'm working today with the Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. I do like using this deck in December, maybe because I got it in December one year. Healing with the Angels Oracle cards will come later towards the end of this reading. We'll pull one of those. Excuse me. Now, covering you, we have the Wish Fulfillment card. Wish Fulfillment card. Whatever you've been hoping for, this is coming true. A love of life, joy, waters emotions, right? Waters emotions and spirituality. So the things that make you feel the most connected with the things that really, really matter to you. This is about happiness at home and family. This is about a new love in your life. This is about a new career opportunity or a new job that you were looking forward to that brings you some sense of fulfillment and contentment. Very positive coming in. Crossing you, we have the Hermit card. This is a reminder to spend time in quiet meditation, right? Spiritual teaching and self-discovery. Just like we saw with the Ace of Water, as much as you love other people, you have to also love yourself too. And you do have to put yourself first, right? That's really hard to do if you have little ones at home, of course. But see if you can't find yourself a support team that can help you with that so that you can have, a bath. Time on the toilet where the toddler's not interrupting you, is whatever it takes. Just remind yourself of your need to do that sometimes we have to be able to plug back in through quiet meditation to receive downloads from the universe. It's very important that we know how to do that. Otherwise, how can you follow your intuition? And as a Pisces, you're very, very intuitive, but it's very easy that when you're swimming in somebody else's seas to get very caught up and wrapped up in their currents and not able to swim in your own direction and to be sure that you're finding your own nurturance or sustenance. Okay. Now, what's on your mind is Knight of Fire. For some of you, you may be interested, if you're single, you may be interested in an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius person. Could be the case. In fact, beneath you, we see this Page of Fire. Page of Fire is about the beginning of a passionate pursuit. Nine of Water's wish fulfillment. So again, there may be that Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius person that you're interested in. Could be. Now, Knight of Fire, that is passion. Can be something that comes up very quickly as far as a matter that you need to address. If you are involved in a relationship and this is not about a new person galloping into your life, it is that there's something going on that you're going to need to take care of. It doesn't have to be a bad thing, however, right? But you will need to pay attention to that. This is beneath you. This is what's the cause of your thoughts in this direction, which is something new, some kind of This could be business life. This could be home and family life. This could even, for some of you, be a new life coming into your life. So you'll see this kind of, I want to say, sort of Kundalini type energy that's rising up in your life. And again, that could be a passionate sexual relationship with somebody, or it could be, a new addition to your family, a new child in your home. It could be a new project that you're really excited to start, something that you're really looking forward to. Again, think new job or a new career development, or some kind of a job that's going to take you into a new area of your life, right? Now, in your recent past, there was a need to release something that was no longer beneficial for you, kind of an end of something, an end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, and the time to move on. And look at what's happening. Because you were willing to release something, you're moving from the sense of release into the 9 of water energy here, where you're getting what you want by releasing this. It's only when we make room for something that we actually want that we're going to have the space for that. It's like if you don't have a minute to spare, how in the hell are you supposed to start dating somebody brand new? Right? Because you have to make time for new people. Relationships develop over time when you spend time. You got to get to know them, for example. In this, you've released something that wasn't benefiting you so that you can move forward and actually be receiving what it is that you want. And then this is in your immediate future. This is about defending beliefs and decisions. So everybody in your life may not be on board with what this fire energy is that's coming in. And it seems to me like you want it badly enough that you're going to fight for it and stand your ground. But be careful that you're choosing your battles. And also you want to be careful that you are making wise decisions for yourself. Because see, this energy coming in here, this might be a passionate person that's coming in, or a new pursuit, a new job, a new vocation. It's making other people around you that care about you nervous. Now, they may have selfish reasons, or they may have really open-hearted reasons for being concerned for that. So be very careful, because this does come in very quickly, that you're engaging your logic and making sure that you're not jumping in with both feet to something that could be on unsteady ground or uneven footing. Now, the card representing you is the 3 of air, which is oftentimes it looks like a heart that's got 3 swords in it. Sometimes that can indicate like a third party situation, and that may have been behind this release over here, and why you need to clean something up that was behind you. You may be experiencing some of the pain from the loss of this. It doesn't look, though, that it's going to be lasting very long, because again, we see that there's going to be some emotional contentment in here. For some of you, it could have been somebody stepped out and there's a reconciliation, because I'm seeing this card now in your environment, which is renewal. Be very careful if you do renew with somebody that you're allowing yourself time and space to make wise decisions. This Hermit energy is about you checking in with yourself. Don't get so swept up with somebody else that you're not giving yourself time to check in and make sure it's in your best interest to go forward. In fact, that's kind of what I'm getting out of this, is that some of you may have been cheated on in the past. You release that person. They're coming back with passion saying, no, I'm sorry, honey, you're the one. And your family and friends are concerned about that happening for you. They don't trust this person because they think you screwed it up before. She's only going to get hurt again. Maybe not. For some of you, it's somebody completely different that's going to come in. It's not about that. But they're still concerned that you might be on a rebound. And that's where their issue and concern is with that. But moving forward, this card indicates the wisdom to accept help from others. And you're kind of concerned about that. There are some fears surrounding money right now and uncertain self-employment. But our final outcome card here is the 10 of water, which is about a contented and rewarding family life, happiness, getting what you want, from the 9, which is a single person, to a double card over here. Double, and then you got a couple kids over here to spare, right? Happy family life. So for some of you, you are moving out of a relationship that was painful, that was hurtful, and you're going to find somebody's coming in. It could be this person from the past with apologies. Be careful if they do that. Because for some of you, this is a brand new person coming in. For others of you, it could be this person's returning. But I'm not positive about that. Okay, I'm not positive about that, but this is really good. Again, follow what resonates. If you're taking time to yourself, if you're giving yourself some hermit space, hermit could possibly be Virgo, by the way. So for some of you, it could be there's a Virgo coming in, could be a fire sign coming in. We had a lot of fire in this, and it was very passionate. Be careful that you're spending that time that you know, because you don't want to close the door on a new opportunity either because somebody else from the past comes in. This renewal, though, for many of you, this renewal will not be about somebody else coming back from the past. It's going to be about a renewal that you feel, because in here you have your wish fulfillment, but you've been filling up your own cup. And between the 9 and the ace, that's going to make your 10. You're going to get to this happy place of renewal, rebirth, happy family, because you're doing your self-care over here. And your wish will be fulfilled here. And part of that really is, there's a divine sense in here. There's divine help behind the scenes. You knew when to cut your losses and move on. And that's going to help you out. Sometimes we do. It's not even about asking why. You know, if we have to let go of somebody who hurts us, we know it's going to be painful to do that. But isn't it kind of worse to stick around? Some of you may have had children involved with this 3 of air energy person. Because again, with this renewal card in here, we see 3. We see 2 adults and a child. And that could be why. But then again, sometimes we have to learn a karmic lesson. So being that this is a general reading, again, I don't want anybody to, throw out their ex or there would have been an ex or hook up again with their would have been an ex or that kind of stuff just on the basis of a general reading. But for some of you, it may be the case that that person comes back, they get it and they realize what they've lost and they have grown. Take it as it resonates. Be very, very careful and always put your own self-interest first. Because again, if you're putting your self-interest first, you and your child will be that much the better off for it. And sometimes we do have to say a hard and firm no to somebody that's not in our best interest. But, again, take it as it resonates. Take it as it resonates. This fire sign energy, not feeling like, for some of you, it's not going to be the same person at all. It's somebody brand new. But you had to release that karmic relationship from your past to allow this new energy to come in. And because you were willing to do that, you're going to find yourself quite happy and in a very happy family. So let me pull our oracle card, see what's up with that. I just looked at the time. These readings are a lot shorter when I don't shuffle in front of you. And here we go. Perfect. This was a jumper. I love when I get a jumper, especially when it's 1. Thank you, Spirit. Trust. Believe in yourself and have faith that God and the angels are with you. Ask them to help you lose the fears that block you from enjoying full faith. Your angels know that you've been disappointed in the past. These experiences may have eroded your faith in yourself, other people, or even God. However, the angels remind you of the importance of holding on to your faith. By drawing this card, the angels emphasize the values of self-trust. They know that you, like everyone, have made mistakes in the past. However, these mistakes have not eroded your true nature. You still have omnipresent God within you, and God is infallible. The angels ask you to trust in God and to trust in them. They will help you trust yourself. Trusting in yourself. Because you trust in God and you understand that, the more you allow them to do for you and to guide you to the places where you need to do it, it's kind of like you're tapping into the energy. You're not fighting it. You're not trying to make it happen. You're not trying to force that square peg into a round hole. It's nothing like that. You're just tuning in. You're tapping into that energy that's already out there. Pisces, you're very, very psychic. You're very intuitive. A lot of you are very empathic. You're really just plugging into that and allowing yourself to flow where life takes you. Again, doesn't mean we can't say no if we are getting that gut vibe and we still want to check in with other people, but we have to be careful not to overthink sometimes because that's where anxiety can be born. Trust in the process. Trust in the process, right? And then you can have it all. The sun and the moon